You can feed the nation.
All right.
I can feed the nation by God's grace.
I believe our followers are always there to get updates. For a couple of months, we have been talking about Keffi. We are here live, make we go farm thing. Live here in Keffi, Nasarawa State. I have always told you on Make We Go Farm program that is being done weekly on the Armed Forces Radio 107.7, the authentic voice of the Nigerian military. We are here in Keffi to inspect a 30-ton per day Paddy Rice Processing Plant that was up and running, but one or two things made them to stop operations. Of course, we know that food insecurity, the prices of foodstuff has gone up, and what Make We Go Farm team is trying to do is to see how things could get better and we collectively address food insecurity, increase food production, get Nigerian youths back to farm, targeting about 12 million homes. Invariably, we are talking about 60 million Nigerian youths. What we are trying to do as well is to ensure that the civil servants, whether government, parastatals or paramilitary and all that, cooperatives and the welfare associations, they come together, foodstuff traders come together, farmers come together to ensure that we can be able to control prices of food prices in the market. Most importantly, to ensure that we have healthy food. You know, NAFDAC, the DG of NAFDAC has started a movement to ensure that people do not eat poisonous food anymore. That is what is going on. A lot of us are consuming foods that the chemicals are too much and is gradually affecting our livers, kidney, and so many things. So we want to hear from the team head of this rice paddy. Let him introduce himself, tell us the history of this place, how they started, and what next to go. So my name still remains Onakwama Martins, and I would like to meet you, sir.
My name is Solomon Solomon, one of the team leads in Majosa Farms. This is actually Majosa Farms. We have been here for some time, and well, God willing, we hope to be here going forward, you know. And it's a passion for us, agric and agriculture, and its attendant and related fields. You know, we have been processing rice for upwards of 10 years minimum, by the grace of God. We of course hope to go more than that, and beyond here we hope in partnership with Make We Go Farm we will do more. Majosa Rice has been in the fray for some time now, and well, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to shut down for a bit, you know, but we're hoping that with the help of Make We Go Farm we'll be able to do more and then resuscitate this rice mill. This is a 30-tonner per day rice mill. We can produce as much as 600 bags, or at least minimum of 100 bags per day in full production, with of course with the support of Make We Go Farm. We'll see some of our equipment on ground, and then see how far they've gone, and then see of course what we can do together. If you cast your views behind me, you will see that the land is actually vast.
Right.
It's a vast land. There is farmland just to our right, the right of our camera. There is rice farmland. These are local rice farmers, and just to our left a bit, we have a sorghum and corn farm just nearby us. So what we have been able to achieve here over the time is we have been able to harness local farmers here to process their raw materials. We process for them at minimal cost, and then they sell to their attendant customers. That is outside our own business strategies and practices, you know. But we do that as a means of social responsibility to them, so that at least they know that to encourage them to farm more. So each of their produce that comes to our rice mill, we produce we process rather at a reduced cost, and then I afford them the opportunity to sell to their own teaming local or individual clients, you know, and then that keeps us also in the business, and then keeps us friends with them. They equally help us with security here, because the truth of the matter is that this place is an open land, and we need as much friends as we can get to make sure that we are doing the right things.
Talk about the packaging. I think that's yours.
Yes, this is our packaging. Maybe for the purposes of a camera, this is our packaging, 50 kg. 50 kg packaging.
And there's a barracks here.
Yes, it's close to barracks. That is Shitu Alao Barracks.
Okay.
It's our closest landmark. So anytime you get to Shitu Alao Barracks, the Nasawara Rice Mill is just a stone throw from Shitu Alao Barracks, the popularly called Crocodile Barracks. So there's a pathway before the Colorado filling station. The pathway is just before the fence of the Colorado filling station. So through that pathway, you can get to Nasawara Rice Mill here in Keffi, along Kaduna Jos Road. You know.
Okay, Mr. Sonny, he's the head of Quebec Foods State, North Central. What do you have to say?
Well, fantastic.
Before we move in and see the rice mill. And,
yes, it's a fantastic one. It's a fantastic one. We are here at Quebec Farm. We are here again at the Nasawara Rice Mill. And if you're following Quebec Farm from the outset, one of the core mandates is to revamp existing farm estate and facilities. And in our food processing unit, one of our principal and core mandate is to process food, healthy organic food to Nigerians that is devoid of poison and chemical additives. We are here at the Nasawara Rice Mill again, where the owners, the business partner, they want to partner with Quebec on how we can kick off production and feed the nation, feed the Abuja community, feed the community as well, because our core mandate is to feed the people, feed Nigerians. You know, the federal government have declared state of emergency on food security, and that is why Quebec Farm, as a unit, we are taking that up upon ourselves to do that as our core social responsibility and add to the GDP of this our great country, Nigeria. I remain Sunday D. Dominic Ubologa.
Okay, make we go farm followers. We'll take you around to see the mill. When we have gone around, we'll get back to Mr. Solomon, sorry. He will tell us what step to take and what really happened, that operations came down, and what else we needed, because you can see the place is suitable for investors to come in. It's not something that we need to start much processes. I think all what you guys need is just operational costs. Operational costs, and also we aggregate the farmers together one more time and encourage them. Then we will tell you what we intend to do as well. So let's move on. So Mr. Solomon,
Yes, sir.
you have to tell us what machine is this?
Okay, this is a 30-ton rice processing mill. 30-ton rice processing mill. What this does is that it takes raw rice, which we commonly call paddy. It takes the raw paddy, processes that paddy, and then gives us what we eat as our local fabricated or produced rice. It might interest you to know here that we only process locally farmed rice. We have no relationship or business with foreign rice. All we do here is locally produced rice by way of encouraging local farmers to farm and then bring their produce here for us to produce. So this is a 30 tonner. It produces a minimum of 100 bags per day. So we can do at least 600 bags within 1 week or maximum 10 days. So 600 bags is equivalent to what you have in your Dangote flatbed truck.
Okay.
You know, so with once this is in full operation, we can have 600 bags within minimum of at least 7 days at full production. This is called and it might also interest you to know that we got this facility from Bank of Industry.
I was coming to that. So it was fully financed by Bank of Industry. And the facility has been fully cleared up?
It has been fully cleared up, sir.
Okay. So as it is, if investors who are interested can make operational costs, funding available, we can start as SAP.
As quickly as yesterday, sir.
Good. And of course, you know, rice is so expensive. For us in Quebec, what we are trying to do is just to help. And as we focus on food crops, fruits, vegetable, and livestock. We have different locations across the country. And we are focusing on 5 zones, regions in this country, which is North Central, Northwest, Southwest, South-South, Southeast. These are the zones we are focusing on. Having farm locations in a well-structured design, and we are trying our best to ensure that as soon as the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security grant us approval of our audience with him, we tell the government how possible on a pilot phase, how we can have 200 homes, which is 1.2 million Nigerians, youths can quickly go back to farm. On security, the service chiefs are also doing their jobs to ensure that things are working. While on our way here, the chief, the commander of Nigeria Civil Defense.
Oh wow, yes, we saw them.
We saw them
coming
down here. And you can see barracks is not so far. And last week we had an audience with the defense headquarters on security matters as well. So we are making progress. So we'll take you around and see the environment and ensure that you make your decisions. And those who are interested to partner with us to achieve this project, you can also WhatsApp us, drop your comments, and see how things can work. Now is the time to invest. It's not time to begin to think. You already have, Quebec has provided a lot of platforms. You can actually download our mobile app on Apple Store. You download it on Android as well. I believe this is the section for boiling and drying. So there are vast land everywhere. You can see this boiler, the boilers, right? Okay. It's just operational costs and little maintenance, not really on the equipment, but just to put the place more in order to ensure that things work. So you can see through, we are genuine as far as this vision is all about. And that is why our brothers in diaspora, our followers in North America, Asia countries, Europe, and other African nations, you can see that Nigeria is fertile and the agri-sector has a lot to provide to you. We have created a platform in Quebec Foods that brings all class of investors together. You decide on the area you want to. There are sessions for equity partners. There are sessions for those who want to go into straight funding for a couple of years. We also have the short-term investment area for all Nigerians to invest and start earning. You know, one thing we are failing to understand here is this. Everybody wants to eat. Why don't we also, since we love to eat, why don't also generate income from that food we are eating? So we don't need to wait for the government. Government will do their part. I've always said it, that every good leader will do everything possible to make the agri sector to come up. We have said it on radio before, that Asia country, India, has a lot to offer. And we also said it when we had an audience at the High Commission of India here in live in Abuja. We had a lot of deliberation, and today, Mr. President and his team, they are in India to ensure. And if you are following the trend of things going on in India, already investors over there have agreed to offer investment to the tune of $14 billion US. Now, if these people do not see the need in various sectors in Nigeria, will they want to offer $14 billion US? Don't forget, we were never part of them. Yeah. Now this government is moving close to them. And it has been for a couple of years that the government of India wants to support Nigerian government in so many value chains. Take for instance millet, yes. Mangoes, and so many, then cassava, and so many things. So Indians now are bringing money. Those investments will return back to their country with inflows. But we who are here in Nigeria, we are finding it difficult to invest as low as even $2 to invest our own quarter and also generate. For Quebec, export is our concern, but our major focus is how we can feed the populace. We have not been able to feed ourselves, and that is why you see that we are on this movement. It's a movement to strike out hunger. It's a movement to ensure that we create agro-wealth. We create wealth, public wealth creation through agriculture. So you that is doubting what Quebec Foods is doing, it's a pity. We'll continue to strive. I will continue to beg Nigerians to go alongside with us, partner with us, invest with us, strategic partnership for this. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much for this rice mill to be reactivated. And we have Nigerians who have those kind of funds. I will say live today that we as Nigerians too, we need to change our ways. We need to change our ways. We must have to go back to farming. And when we are going back to farming this time, we have to be sincere to ourselves. I have been in Karishi 2 years ago. People were begging us, Oga, let me use this is make we go farm, so I'm free to use pidgin, right?
Of course, yes.
Oga, make una come put dryer for us now. They need people to just come and set up drying plants to dry their maize, to dry this and all that. So please identify with Quebec. All you just need to do is to download our mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. The next thing, you create an account, then you look at the investments that are available and you begin to partner with us. For this rice mill, if you are interested as an investor watching us live now, ensure you contact us. It doesn't require much, it doesn't require billions for this to be done. And of course, if this rice mill is reactivated, then you should know. I want you to take the surrounding. Usually we came late. Usually we were supposed to use our drone and we take rounds. But when we are visiting next time, we take permission from the barracks. We are going to take drone and show you the household around here. If this rice mill comes back to activation, means that a lot of people going back to rice farming. I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
Meaning that things will work out. And don't forget, Make It Go Farm program, we are on a mission. Quebec Foods is on a mission to see how we can get 60 million Nigerian youths back to agriculture, to farming. And incentives like health insurance will be given to each of the farmer that is farming with us, working with us. And health insurance, access to National Housing Fund for them to be able to build or acquire land, daily paid job, and so many benefits. So follow us, and ensure that you play your part. We are doing our part. On a good weather like this, we have left Abuja and we are in Nasarawa State, just to ensure that this long-awaited Paddy Rice Mill, that we have been on the subject matter for more than 3 months, finally we are here, and we'll take it from there. Continue to follow us. Don't forget, Make We Go Farm program comes up every Wednesday, 2:05 to 3 p.m. West Africa time. Thank you, and continue to follow us.